Bonjour, hello everybody. I'm so happy I have a special guest with me.
Cheers.
And special guest, Greg Keelor from
Very nice.
Blue Rodeo.
Yes.
A famous Canadian group, singer, composer for over, 40 years almost?
Over 40 years, Jim and I, my partner, we met in high school back in 1972.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that around the time you met Gansham?
It is shortly after that.
Okay, you
Yeah.
met Gansham 40 years ago. You want to tell us the event?
Yes, indeed. A friend of mine who put me again in touch with Gansham for this trip, Charlie Pitts, knew about Gansham, and he told a group of us that Gansham was coming to town and we have to see him. And I think I had read Autobiography of a Yogi by that point, before I met him, because Charlie loved that book, this friend Charlie.
Yeah.
And he said, when Gansham came to town, you guys gotta go, we gotta go see this guy. So a group of us went, and it was funny because they were all really good musicians.
Okay.
Like really good musicians and focused musicians. And I truly had just started playing guitar. I didn't start playing guitar till I was like 20 or 21.
Okay.
So I wasn't that good yet. And that one guy, Charlie, actually used to make fun of me all the time. You know, he says, don't sing.
You won't get
Don't
it.
sing. And, that's not very good. And don't play with me because you're not very good. And so everybody went in to Gansham and do your solo
reading, consultation.
Yeah. And everyone has their tapes, right? And so the thing that sticks out so much, it was just like such a treat to hear. He said that I would express cosmic consciousness in my music. And, well, I was delighted. I was just like, I never thought I was going to hear that. I never thought cosmic consciousness would ever be used about me, and I didn't think that I was going to be a successful musician. So it was very funny when we all went back and we listened to each other's tapes. They were wondering why. They're better musicians than I am. Why didn't he mention anything like that for them?
But
and
he
just
did
told
for
me.
you.
Yeah.
Can I just 2 seconds, like in your hand, why?
Yes.
Because like you...
I'm always interested.
Because you do have something very, very special. Many things. First of all, you have a big sun.
Right.
And this is magnetism to attract a lot of fan club. Then your Mercury, communication, you have the eloquence of speaking and the creativity of the moon, but you have a Purya Punya. And when you have that line, it means that you are born for a mission. You're born for a cause. So Gansham saw that with you 40 years ago. And Gansham never say a word who is not useful. He knows, hey, that guy is not just for himself, but something bigger.
Right.
So here you are 40 years after.
40 years after. And this is interesting too, getting here, because I've been in it, well, my life goes in cycles, right? And it's emotional, it's spiritual, it's the practical, just these things occur at times, right? And so I've just come out of a really intense time, romantically, writing lots of songs, went through a lot of emotional pain, went through a lot of bliss, I was on the ride. And sometimes my life just takes off, and I just try to hold on,
Right.
And so this was one of those times, and that lasted, a few months, like half a year. And in those times, I just go till I drop. I don't know a medium way.
Well, no, because your lifeline have a tendency to be a little straight.
Right.
So that make life a little hard. Or you push yourself to the
I
maximum.
push too hard.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Well, yes.
I love the exhaustion. I love
Right.
everything about it.
About it, right.
And I love that I break. Because I break.
Yeah,
But then you have to heal.
right.
And often when the healing, these periods too are big in synchronicity and serendipity, and everything just sort of coming together and exposing the veil a little bit.
So, Greg, should we invite the big healer, the person you came back to see you, who helped you 40 years ago? Gansham?
Oh yes.
Okay, great.
Oh, you're so cute. Gansham.
We are, eh?
No, I'm really very, very proud to welcome in my heart, in our center's heart, in everyone's heart here, our beautiful Greg Keelor, who is palmistry product in real sense, because he was already revealed through his hand by God's grace that he will revolutionize music by playing cosmic consciousness, generating cosmic consciousness, experiencing cosmic consciousness. And now, after we have seen him prior to that 2 years, 2 times, not 2 years, but now we have seen him now again, and all what transformation process has taken place in Greg's life. It's amazing. I am super thrilled with it.
So, as I was explaining, I was in this really intense period, and I'd sort of burnt myself out. And for no reason in particular, I thought of you. And you're just sort of like this delightful phantom in my mind. And I wonder what conscience, I wonder if he's alive, you know? And my friend Charlie, who originally brought me to see you, sent me an email saying that Ganshan has an ashram north of Montreal. Both of my sons have had readings from him. And he's still alive and he's still going. And I couldn't believe it. You know, it was like an answer to a prayer. And I woke up the next morning and I phoned. I just said, do you have any openings? I didn't really know what went on here. And it turned out, as the good blessings, that supposedly you were supposed to be going to Toronto and with a group, and you were going to do some work there. But that got canceled. And the log house was open, and you were here, and I just got in my car the next day, and I drove to Montebello, stayed there the night, and then I came up here. And it's just such a gift, you know, and when the world opens up that way, when the veil is taken away, and your karma is like these magnets that I'm wearing right now. It just pulls you along. There's nothing you can do about it. And you just end up in these magical moments. And, you know, and I'm so lucky to be here, because I'm still am in rough shape, you know. But that's what I love about healing, you know, that healing takes you inside, and you have to be with whatever that is distressing you. But it takes you out of your life, it takes you out of the momentum of the social fiction that we live in, and it brings you to something more essential. And that healing brought me on a journey to you.
Greg, tell you the truth, privilege is mine, honor is mine, and continued divine blessings are mine. And you may believe it or not, but truly speaking, it was divine intervention that really at this time, we won't be going to Toronto. Five would be not here at this time, but we are here. And prior to that, about 10 days, I was talking to Glenn, and I was wondering that how is our friend Greg is doing these days for no reason, just
Truly?
no reason. And I was thinking, well, I even mentioned, probably, did I mention that Charles, after seeing his second child, I said to Charles, he sent me another email that, could you please see my second son? I said, for sure. And are you in touch with Greg? Yes, I know where Greg is. I said, all right, please convey my deepest regards to him. It would be lovely to see him again. And in the back of my mind, I was hoping that all the things what really transpired at the time of first meeting and how your revolutionary cycle has brought you into cosmic consciousness plus joy and music to create for the world. I would like to see that materialize in last 4 decades, how it happened. As a, you can say, researcher point of view, from a palmistry point of view, empirical point of view, or philosopher's point of view, or just as a human compassionate point of view, I was concerned to see how the unfoldment of spirit taking place, and did I do the right thing to talk whatever I talked? I want to see the evidence. That was selfishly my point of view, as well as, of course, joy we have to really see you. And thank you for being able to inspire us a great deal, these opportunities, and we really delight very much to see you again. And all the things, what preventative aspect we are talking of palmistry, as life continues, I would like to see more how the lines are changing, transforming.
Thank you very much for special Greg.
Thank
Come
you.
back.
Thank you, Glenn.
Well, thank you all
Glenn.
very much for being here. It's just such a cosmic treat.
That's
to
good.
show, and I got the place to myself. It's amazing.
Bye.